When I look at this lady, I'm like, when I grow up, I wanna be like her. Like, honestly.
Last year showed me that I can have ups and downs, but this is where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly. What do you want, Odirile?
I want money. Ke batla tjhelete. I'm a bitch now.
Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah. I still need to prove myself,
Mm.
but I am not going to do too much
Yeah.
to prove myself.
Your value is not of the Udi back then.
Yeah, definitely not.
It has changed.
Definitely
Do you get what I
not.
mean?
Celebrities should never put me in a position for me to ever say that I don't get paid my worth.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching our video. This show is sponsored by DreamStream. DreamStream is a unique platform where creators can monetize their video content. All creators rely on support from people like you. Join us on the DreamStream platform to support your favorite creator and view the episode without any adverts. Follow the link in the description for a how-to guide. DreamStream, a place where you can create yourself.
Sanbonani dumelane abusheni. Hello, beautiful people. Nna ka lebitso ke Ditshwanelo Mosia ngwanyana wa Mosotho. And as you can see, today re na le the hotness. Kushushu ka mo phakathi inside. Bona ke a bona la mmona ne. Odirile.
Yes, sweetheart.
The Savage Stylist.
Yes.
I think
nicely to me.
I think I need to invite you again because, like, I think today I want us to have enough time.
You can invite me.
You know, so
10
we're gonna have a
times.
part 1 and a part 2, yeah?
Okay, amazing. I'm in.
I want to introduce her because get on a lead accolades the nice. So okay. Even when I introduce her, yeah.
All right, okay. Have I ever introduced myself? I don't think I've ever introduced myself.
Yes,
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Well, this is first time for everything.
You know, okay. I am Odirile AKA
Yes.
from Pretoria. And I go by as the Savage Stylist,
Yes.
and I am a fashion stylist / designer.
People, when I look at this lady, I'm like, when I grow up, I wanna be like her. Like, honestly, like you are like I look up to you personally. I love how you dress. I love how you envision how another person can dress. Ke batla ho etsa tjhelete ke tsebe hore ko call up ke re hona le event e ke yang ko yona hle ke kopa o tlo nkapesa. Yeah, but
Money talks.
Yes, money talks.
I'm here.
I've always been very interested in knowing how your childhood was. So I want us to get there. Just give me a picture of how it was growing up and your family dynamics.
Okay. I actually didn't have the easiest childhood, but also not the worst childhood.
Okay.
So in terms of my parents, they did what they could.
Yeah.
They always gave me a roof over my head. They paid for my school fees. You know, I never gotten an allowance or anything fancy with my parents. And I've always appreciated the fact that, you know, at least the basics of what I needed to become who I need to be. My parents made sure that education was very important in our home. But the not easy part of my childhood is that I was actually really bullied in school throughout primary all the way to high school. I never really had friends. Not really. I spent a lot of my childhood alone, and even when I was around like a group of people, I felt very isolated. I was treated differently because of a lot of things. There were certain things that were happening at home. And out of respect for my parents, I'll keep it there.
Yes.
But it affected my childhood. Kids, when they're small, they can be very, very mean.
Yes.
Especially when they don't understand what's happening with you. So yeah, I spent a lot of my childhood alone in my little corner, and I'm very much like that today. Funny enough.
And I wouldn't say, honestly, I would think onali dichomigalo.
No, I don't. I really, really don't. There is this one friend that I I started a friendship with last year, early last year, and it's difficult.
Yes.
It's difficult to maintain a good relationship,
Healthy.
a good sisterhood when you don't have the background of what a good sisterhood looks like. So because of a lot of things that are happening currently in my life, there's a lot that's happening currently in my life, I've neglected her, and it made me realize that I don't know how to necessarily be a good friend. Not necessarily, I don't think I'm a bad person. I just feel like I'm so into my career and so into what currently is happening with me that I tend to neglect my friendships, because I never knew how that looked like growing up. So
yes.
It's not an excuse at all, but like literally I really don't have friends. Like,
Yeah.
and it doesn't, and it's sad to say, it doesn't affect me. It's so normal to me
Yes.
that being by myself is so normal to me.
Yeah.
That
because you're accustomed to that. You know it.
Yes, I'm accustomed to it. So when certain women want to be around me and want to build friendships with me, in the beginning it's great, but somehow when I get juggled with all of these things that I want to do, it somehow falls apart.
I don't know if I explained the podcast.
No,
she
you didn't.
is the scope.
Okay.
So if you remember back in school, you will be given a scope for exams.
Yes.
To say go and study and then you will pass, right?
Yeah.
So then the show is exactly designed like that. So I bring in phenomenal women just such as yourself to be like, you know what, guys, let's not look at each other with a competitive eye.
Yeah.
Let's not look at each other with envy. Let's look at each other like, oh, I also love fashion and I can see Odirile is doing very well. How can I then learn from Odirile? Right? So then you Google Odirile with that. I want to see the interviews that she has had. I want to see what she has said. I want to see what she tweets. I want to follow her with the steps to learn how to carry myself and how to also break into the industry. Yeah. So when you are saying that you grew up obviously isolated and with friendships now, it's a bit of a challenge because then it takes more effort for you to understand how to navigate and balance the career and home and love and as well as friendship, and I hope that the lady in question really understands when she obviously watches this, to understand that how you acted was not because of her, but it was more of everything else that was going on, and maybe the communication barrier as well in you having to explain, oh, this is what's going on. Don't think I'm not your friend anymore, but I need to focus here. We are still cool, because how can I understand the relevant? We get to a point of feeling like, I know what to pon, no? Yeah, no feel hori. She's what now in.
Listen, I don't think that she feels like that.
Okay.
It's not I know that we live in a world whereby when certain things happen or certain friendships break away, the first inkling that you will have is that somebody's jealous of me because this is what's currently happening into my life. And funny enough, I never think like that.
And that's a good way of not thinking.
I don't know if I'm naive to think like that, but I never think like that.
I think when you don't think like that, it makes you not be in that circle of looking at everybody with questions.
Yeah, I don't look at myself in such a way that people are jealous of me. And this is not me trying to be what's the right word? I want the word for it. It's not coming. It's
naive.
Not naive. Trying to be to be. Anyway.
Yeah, it will come.
But yeah, I'm not trying to be like, I'm trying to be a better person.
Yes, I get you.
You understand?
Yes.
It's genuinely what I really believe.
It's the same as when I don't believe in witchcraft. people believe in it. I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And my life is peaceful because I'm not thinking when things go wrong, it's because mamango kai kai o etsa eng. So I get to learn you are in that mindset of feeling.
Especially because of the age that we are in. I feel like at the age that I'm in, I'll be very ridiculous.
Yes.
To think people have time to be jealous of me.
Yeah.
Like at the age that we are in, there are so many things that are happening on a daily basis. You know, you've got your work, you've got your partner, you've got your family. There are so many dynamics. So when I look at like the dynamics of what I have to deal with on a daily basis, I don't have time to be jealous of somebody else. You understand?
Yeah.
So because I don't have time to be jealous of somebody else, I automatically think people don't have time to be jealous, be jealous of me.
I get you.
So if there is somebody who's jealous of me, I don't pay it. I don't pay it mind.
Yes.
You know, so I don't think it's that with my friendship. I think it's a matter of like, I know how to take accountability, or I feel like I know how to take accountability, and I know what part I played.
Yes.
In my friendship to not be as stable as I would like it to be, because I am that girl that will put my career first and put other things first over my friendship.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's not something that I am like, hey, I'm happy about or whatsoever. It's just all I know at the moment. You know.
Yeah.
So that's just how I basically feel about that.
I feel you, and I'm glad that you clarified that, because then we are able to also learn from it, to saying, oh, okay, even in my friendships, this is how I can better explain where I am, because maybe people don't know that I'm at this point, but now that you've said your own point, they can now reevaluate themselves as well. So let's get back into the fashion styling.
Okay.
How did it came about? Like, at what age did you feel, hey,
so fashion is something that I've always liked, right? So in since primary all the way up to who I am right now, I've always been a very fashion forward girl. Even when I didn't make my own clothes, I used to cut up my own clothes. Even when I went to school, there's a certain way that I used to like to wear my uniform. It needed to look different. I didn't like looking like other kids. So fashion has been something that I've always liked, but I never thought that I would have a career in fashion. I was in corporate. And then my second job, actually I've had like little small jobs, but my second big corporate job was as a marketing assistant PA for a retail brand.
Okay.
And I feel like it fit perfectly. I could be this corporate girl that, you know, because as a kid, your parents expect you to go that avenue,
you know,
but still have that thing of I'm working for a fashion brand. But never did I think that after 4 years of working for that company that I would decide to resign and start my own fashion styling company. But it was a decision that I had to make. I was not happy where I was, and don't think where I come from they treated me badly or nothing like that. Nothing of that sort happened. It was more so of a thing of like, I knew that this is not for me. I'm sitting behind a table. I can do the work, you know, but I'm not happy. And it's something that I tell my partner all the time, and I tell him, like, until he finds what he loves, he will always be chasing other people's dreams. You'll always be working towards another person's dreams, and the day that he finds, I strongly believe that, and until you find what it is that is your passion, that's when everything will start making sense. And like the atmosphere, the world will start working with you towards that. Because when I look at all the other jobs that I've done in the past, I've made a good amount of money, but not like how I'm making it now. And I think and I don't have to try as hard as I used to. Don't get me wrong. I work my ass off. But now
I've seen. Yeah.
But now when I work my ass off, it's not, it doesn't feel like there's a weight on my shoulders.
Yes.
I don't wake up and feel like, oh my goodness, do I have to go to work today? You know, I wake up and I'm like, if I don't get it done, I'm not gonna get where I need to
where
go.
you need to be.
And if your job doesn't do that for you, if it doesn't motivate you to get up every single day, you're not gonna be happy.
Yeah. And you know, it's very, like, you touched on something that I think a lot of us struggle with in terms of having a purpose that you feel like, man, something is missing. Like, I'm not feeling content here. Yes, I need to work for the bills, but this is where I would actually rather be, or this is what I would actually rather do. But it's that scary moment of having to let go of things. So when you let go of things, did you probably stash money somewhere to be like, next month, let me save up so that you know where to start? Or were you just like, it is now?
Need a photo studio? The Dreamstream Photo Studio includes a 2.7 meter PVC backdrop in black and white and is available for only 115 rands per hour. You can also rent a Canon R6 and lights. All rentals are for studio use only. Terms and conditions apply. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za.
Thank you, Ben, for coming out tonight. My name is Simon Augustin. Let's go.
Listen, I don't want to say that I saved money. I didn't save money. So now the benefit of working for a corporate company is that when you leave, you do get some money from UIF and you know, that stuff. So that helped. But it also ran out.
Yes.
And when the money ran out, I was at a breaking point where I was like, okay, money's going, it's leaving. I'm trying my best to do this fashion styling thing. It's not coming about as how I would have hoped it would. You know, I was working here and there. I had clients here and there, but I was not making a substantial living to the lifestyle that I used to live when I was still in corporate. And just as when I was about to, like, okay, God, I give up. I'm going back to corporate. It's time for me to start to look for a corporate job. And that's when I got a TV gig at Live Amp. And when I got that gig and I just sent my CV, I knew nobody there. I had no like contacts there. I literally just sent my CV and they called me and they hired me. And that picked up my confidence to say,
definitely,
to be like, I nearly gave up. And sometimes patience is a virtue. You just gotta keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. And like, there's been other times when I've wanted to give up, and I think it's very normal when things don't go your way to feel like you want to give up. But within the 5 years that I've been fashion styling, I am now in a position where I can say that, yeah, I'll never do anything that steers me away from fashion. Even if it may not be fashion styling, it may be fashion something else.
Yes.
But now I know that I can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas before, it was still like a question mark when you're starting. Like,
yeah.
Will it happen?
Yeah, would it happen?
Especially with the year that I had last year, I now know that even if this year or next year it's not as big as the year that I had last year, it last year showed me that I can have ups and downs, but this is where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly. And now, you said you've been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah.
What was the now? Yeah, things are moving. Was it the Live Amp or something bigger happened after Live Amp?
This last year, 2023 was the year that life changed for me.
Yeah, because like about my Akon.
Yeah.
What I like is some big names, which we will get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year was an amazing year for me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there were some challenges in 2023, but the good outweighed the bad. I started my year with Akon.
Yeah. John, I don't know. John. I think there's that.
Yeah, so I started my year in January with an Akon gig. Who would have thought that? Who could start a year like that?
Can I tell you that I liked that guy? Like, he was like my crush back in primary. Like, Akon was like the main man. So yeah. What's
I'll be sure to tell him. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I know he's polygamous. I'm single. Yes. Carry on.
Yeah, and
how was it working with him?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I think even people get sick of me talking about Akon because like he changed. He changed the way I think about myself. The way he treated me. I went to Senegal and he treated me like such a professional.
Yes.
And it made me look at my business in a different way.
That's beautiful.
Like, in a way you can say, I'm a bitch now. Yeah. A savage, right?
Yes.
And I don't do it necessarily to, I think some people, because I've heard people say it, to think, okay, I think I'm better now. And I don't think I'm better. I think I still treat a lot of people with respect, if not all.
And you deserve that right back at you.
Not all. And I just think it's very difficult for people to see you change. Like, people are uncomfortable with change, you know. And I just changed, and I changed for the better for myself.
Yes.
And I started realizing who I am, what is my worth, what I'm willing to do, what I'm not willing to do, having boundaries, and people don't like boundaries.
Yes.
And people sometimes are so used to the Udi that you used to be that when they start seeing the change, like, they want to keep the Udi that they used to in a box. They don't want you to grow,
to branch out.
And, and then you get people who embrace it
and want you to branch and fly.
Yeah, you get people who really embrace the change, who understand it. And I've just gotten to a point where I know what I want.
Yes.
I know the dreams that I am chasing. I am at a stage where, like, I still need to prove myself, but I am not going to do too much to prove myself, because now I know what I want and what steps I need to take to do it, you know.
So now, sorry to cut you, because I don't want to forget
That's
this. Yeah. Because right now, your value is not of the Udi back then.
Yeah, definitely not.
It has changed.
Definitely.
Do you get what I mean? And it's because you have worked with stars. Because even local stars, do you get what I mean? You've dressed people and they've come out looking like, oh my God, like, yes, this is your style. This is how you need to be dressing going forward, you know, because as people, we always try out new things. And when you work with different people, they may think this suits you and somebody can just get, so how that change that you're speaking on, especially in the industry, where now maybe they're still thinking on delay by before. Right now, your value of even how much it costs to hire you has changed. How has that reception been? Has it been welcoming, or has it just been a challenge with some people?
It's definitely been a challenge, but I've taken the challenge on my chin. You know, it affects me so much. I am still not at a level where I am comfortable saying that I am a celebrity stylist, even though I am.
Yes.
And the only reason why I say I'm not comfortable saying that I'm a celebrity stylist is because when I think about that element that you speak about in regards to it being so challenging for me to be paid my worth and to fight bulls and nails to make people understand, or why am I charging this and whatsoever, and you get people who don't question me and respect my fee, and it's amazing. And then you get these other celebrities who want to question you and ask you 100 questions and so forth. It then it irritates me to say I'm a celebrity stylist, because I feel like if I am going to stand here and people are going to introduce me as a celebrity stylist, which I am, then I should never be in a position, like, celebrities should never put me in a position for me to ever say that I don't get paid my worth. And the reason why I say that is because when the label of a celebrity stylist is there, it should automatically be that girl is a celebrity stylist. When she says that she wants to get paid an X amount, you don't question
it. Yeah.
Because what's the point? If I am going to charge celebrities the same way that I charge the public eye, then why am I calling myself a celebrity stylist? Because correct me if I'm wrong, when we look at other celebrities in other states like America, a celebrity stylist does not get paid the same value as a normal stylist.
True.
But then we live in a world in South Africa, and maybe it happens in other
countries as well.
As well. I'm not sure. I can only speak of what I've experienced. Whereby you get celebrities who use their names and say that, okay, no, because I am whoever, I will actually push your brand to the next level if you do the services for me for free or at a discount. And I don't discount that chat, right? I'm a very open-minded person, whereby I can recognize the same thing that I can say, the Escalades that I have today, I've worked hard for it. I can give the same Escalades to a celebrity to say that to get where you are, there's Escalades. You are a big person at the same, I give that respect, but then come to me with something that brings me value. Don't come to me and say, I am a celebrity stylist and I will take your name wherever. Like, that's kind of like a slap in my face, because like, I've worked hard to get where I am, and it's a two-way street. As much as your name holds weight, my clothes hold weight.
And what I was about to even say is that we need to be at a point, even if you're a celebrity or non-celebrity, to be like, I want to make enough money for me not to complain if Udi says this is how much I'm worth, or this is my package, instead of it being a celebrity, you just say, I want to work hard enough to be dressed by the Savage Stylist. I was looking at, when you were speaking, I was like thinking about Tariji, to be like, she came out, she was also complaining about not being paid her worth. And when you look at every movie that she's been in, it's amazing. Same as if I look at you, all the celebrities you've styled, they've looked amazing. Do you get what I mean? And it pains me to still know that the payment is not where it should be at this point, or people still don't understand why your price will be what it is.
Listen, I'm also not going to be naive of the fact that I am not the only person that's going through the struggles. Just like you're saying, Taraji, which is an actress, I've seen actresses in South Africa complaining about their salaries, celebrities as well who complain about not being paid well and so forth. So I am not gonna sit here and say, hey, this challenge that I have is just a challenge that I'm experiencing myself.
Yes.
But the problem that I have is then you as a person, whether you're a celebrity, an actress, and whatsoever, if you are going through that challenge of like, you know how it felt to not get paid your worth, right? But then you don't pay it forward.
Yes.
That's the problem that I have. As I am sitting here, because I know that pain of not getting paid my worth, I will never put my other colleagues in that same same position.
Yes.
When I am paying another like what you call a makeup artist or whatever services that I am paying for, I make sure that I pay them the average of what is due to them or what they have asked. And if I am not in a position to be able to pay that person what is their worth, I am always the type of person to say, listen, right now, I am not in a position to pay you the rate that you want. What is it that I can bring forward as an exchange that has value to you?
Yes.
But that's the thing, is that people don't even ask. They think that their value, them being a celebrity and tagging you, is what you value, you know? And people forget to ask those important questions to say, right now, I'm not in a position to pay you. Is there something that I can do right now in what I do that can bring you of value? You understand?
Yes.
At least I appreciate those talks.
You know, when you say that with regards to tagging is here. Getting business out of the tag is here. Because someone can tag you, highest they can do, look at your profile. Yes, I know you. But in essence, you want business coming your way. That's like the ultimate value that you may need as a stylist, right? Even with companies that hire influencers, you want to be in a space where their post has generated a couple of money coming to you or a couple of orders coming to you. So tag is tag, yes. You know, you can do it or you can't, but there has to be more than that. Do you get what I mean?
Also, here's the thing. There's people who make a good living out of social media, right? Which is your social media content people and whatsoever. So I never want to take away the escalades of what social media and tagging can do. You know, I just think people have abused it.
Yes.
And also people need to realize that someone like me is not a social media content person. So for another social media content person, what they need is a tag, because they will know what to do with that tag, to take it to the next level. Unfortunately, my expertise and skills are not in social media.
Yes.
So as much as you can say, I'm offering you a tag, unless I know what to do with that tag to take it to the next level, I won't know.
Or if the tag comes with the fees being paid, that's something else.
Yes. But more so than anything, that's why I'm saying, Hore, I do not want to discredit people who tags work for them, but they know what they need to. That's why people like me should hire social media managers, because a social media manager will know better on if somebody has tagged me, how to take it to the next level. But at the same time, I just feel like in my experience, a social media tag only works for the first few times. After that, it deteriorates. The followers that I've gotten from you, the exposure that I've gotten from you, from the first few times that you have tagged me, I've exhausted it. So I can't be like,
I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Turn the lights up now, welcome to the show. I ain't never
Are you a musician?
My eyes on the prize until I die. I'm gonna rise.
The Dream Stream Music Studio is now available on Sundays for only 295 rands per hour. It includes a 12-channel desk, a variety of mics and cables, electronic drum kit, and a laptop for recording. Terms and conditions apply and booking is essential. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za for a site visit.
Okay, our relationship is just based on I give you clothes and then every time you wear my clothes, you are tagging me because I only get the maximum value of what that tag is worth the first few times. After that, your value has deteriorated for me. But on my end, I give you clothes and every time I give you new clothes. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So my value for you does not deteriorate because
doesn't at
you're
all.
getting the same thing. So my question is that imagine if I gave you the same type of clothing and maybe all I did was change the color.
You see?
Understand?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the same cut, the same thing. All I'm changing is the color.
The color.
Eventually, people are gonna get bored to say, "Hey,
When I do la parent to you,
you understand what I'm trying to say? And I just want people to understand that like a tag only works in certain situations, you know?
So what changes do you want to see? Because I think in every industry that we are in, there's always something that you would feel like, oh my God, I feel like we could think this way, or I feel like we could engage in this way. In this industry that you're in, because Nako Bona only a celebrity stylist, one, I could see you as an influencer, number two. Do you get what I mean? Because we are influenced by you and your work.
Thank you.
Do you get what I mean?
I just need to work at that influencing part, you know?
Yes,
I'm
you know,
terrible at that, but
because-
I'm going to try to work on it.
Yeah, because I don't know if ever I was to say, try it. I don't want you. For me personally, I love that you wear your own clothes.
Oh, thank you.
Do you understand? I do know that there are designers that are very great. That obviously, if I see you wearing something, you know, you've worn other designers, it's nice. But I don't know if I would place you as an influencer for a designer or another fashion brand, or a makeup kind of person and jewelry or shoes. Like I don't know where to place you.
Yes.
You understand?
It's definitely not makeup. I have much respect for makeup. I do not know shit.
You can say it.
Okay,
It's
sorry.
safe here.
I don't know nothing. I think I would be more of an influencer in terms of clothes and shoes, definitely. But in regards to the first question that you asked in terms of the changes that I would like to see in the industry, I feel like the industry needs to realize that not everybody is the same.
Yes.
And not everybody wants the same things. You understand what I'm trying to say? I want a good life.
Yes.
I want
which you deserve. And it looks good on you.
Thank you. I want a good, comfortable life. And a good, comfortable life does not necessarily mean that I need to be seen with every celebrity or going out with every celebrity, because I think that's the culture nowadays where your value is more so of who are you seen with the who's and you get what I'm trying to say, and I understand that that's important. It's something that I'm trying to do, to evaluate, to take my brand to a higher level. But for me, that part is more something that somebody has told me to say, Udi, you have to start being seen with these people and whatsoever. But people also need to realize, okay, maybe that's, as much as I have to do it, it's not where my heart is at. Where my heart is at is, I just want to do a really great job. I want to produce the most savage designs and have all these celebrities wear them, and I want to get paid a lot of money so that I can take myself to vacations and whatsoever. Like, for me, it's great and all, and you know, when celebrities take me to different places, but at the end of the day, when I go to different places, I'm working, you know, and I love it. You know, when Akon took me to Senegal, like, I love that. But at the same time,
you want to go there and relax.
I want to go there without working and be able to know that, you know, my hard work paid for these trips. and I can take myself there. And for me, I am not about the club. I know that a lot of the people that I dress are in the clubs, and that's why I need to be seen and be seen with these people, and and I get my my other industry friends who are stylists who do that, and it's okay if that's what they want, but it's not what I want. And all I am saying is that the industry needs to basically ask more questions and understand the person that you're dealing with,
the different people.
And I think the best way people are going to understand me is just to ask me what I want.
What do you want, Odirile?
I want money. Ke batla tšhelete, and tšhelete e leng hore ke e sebeleditse. E seng hore o mfe fela. I'm not asking for anybody
for free money.
Yeah, I'm not asking for free money. I am just saying that if I'm going to provide a service to you, pay me my worth. That's literally all I am asking for. I don't think I'm asking for much.
So now, how important, you are a woman, I'm a woman. The show is for women by women. How important is it for women to make their own? Because the generation that we are seeing now, or being shown, is seeming as easy money, is seeming as, hey, let's just package ourselves, BBLs with there and there, snatched waist, get a rich man, you are living the life. There isn't as, I want to work hard. People have dreams. I don't think people don't have dreams. I think people have dreams. I think people, even the young ones, they know, oh, I would like to be this. But then they get skewed when they see other people showing off as if it's easy, like you just package yourself and you will get money. How important is it to get your own, that even when you meet a rich ndondon, you still have your own?
So I am very fortunate that I have never been in that space, where I have felt like I need to look a certain way, or be around a certain crowd to attract a certain type of man, so that a man can sustain my lifestyle. But at the same time, because I don't know, I am not going to sit here and basically have an opinion on something that I don't know.
Yes.
Right? I don't like doing that. If I've never been in a situation, I haven't experienced it myself, I don't like having too much of an opinion about it, But what I will say is that, why is it important for me to stand on my own 2 feet, and not to have a man sustain my lifestyle and whatsoever? Maybe it's because of the way I grew up.
Yes.
I was raised by a woman who stood on her own 2 feet, who has her own Escalades, who has degrees, who is a mom, a wife,
Yes.
and also a career woman. So growing up in a household where my mom was all of these things, there is no way that I would be able to ever see myself in a different light.
Yes.
And I understand her, like, sometimes with some of these women, the reason why they take those avenues is because of their circumstances. All I can do is just pass on what my mom taught me to my daughter.
Yes.
And the values that I want to see in my daughter. I am not going to tell people or other women how to live their lives or what they need to do and whatsoever. All I can control how I want my life to look like, and the values that I have, and I am not a complete saint. I am not. I believe in God, but I am not a church girl. I wear very sexy.
Yes.
I do sensual dancing. I do pole dancing. So I'm far from the perfect norm of what is seen in the public eye. I've just chosen how I want the things that I want to do, and which is not I am not conservative at all, you know, but I'm definitely not going to go and chase after a sugar daddy or it's just not who I am. Like if it's for the next person, great.
Yes.
But it's not for me.
I really wish we had. I think a part 2 is needed because there are some questions I have that I know they need time to evaporate and be, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we need a part 2.
Okay.
Which will be in a different outfit, yeah?
Yes, it will be in a different outfit, girl.
Because she is what? Fire. But before we end, 2 questions, maybe you can answer them jointly. One, explain your kind of fashion styling, because obviously it's not one that you just walk down the street and see. Yeah. Okay. Secondly, who would you still want to work with?
Okay, so my fashion styling is very street, very sexy, very tomboyish. The best person that I can describe that exudes who I am is Tiana Taylor. Because Tiana Taylor is like sexy, tomboyish, you know, different. Like that's how a little bit obscure. Like that's how I would describe my fashion style. But when I style people, I try to not to style them too much like myself. You know, I also think there are certain things that happened last year that have made me where I've messed up. Like also like being an adult is also knowing like there are certain things that you could have done better. Yes. So this year I really want to make sure that I only style within my avenue, which is street and all of that, and not try to venture off in other things to make my brand very solid. And I think I'm in a comfortable position to take that. So I need to take that on the chin to say, where I've messed up, I need to do better and just focus on one type of style. Yes. And the second question is like, who would I want to style? In South Africa or internationally?
Well, both at this point.
Oh, okay. So I would definitely love to style Bonang Mateba. I haven't seen Bonang in street in a while. Yes. You know, she's always on red carpet and all of that. I would love to style Uncle Waffles. I know Uncle Waffles has
I can see her in your clothes. I can see her.
And you know what? I want to say big ups to the stylist that's currently styling Uncle Waffles. He's doing an amazing job. Yes. You know, and even though he's doing an amazing job, I would still love to touch her.
You know.
Tyler, Tyler's doing freaking amazing. Yes. Also, her stylist is really doing a good job. Big ups to her. In terms of the guys, I would love to style Young Stunner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would love to style Young Stunner. Who else do I think out of the guys? There are some guys now, it's just escaping me. But
I would put in another guy that I think I want to see him in your styling. Phantom Steez.
I've styled Phantom Steez.
Oh, you have?
I have styled Phantom Steez.
Yeah, I can see because he's street and he likes color, and I'm like.
So there's something that there's like a music video that I styled Phantom Steez in. So once it comes out, you'll see that I've styled Phantom Steez.
I'm so happy to see that one. I'll be waiting.
So it's already done.
Yes.
And then internationally, definitely Tiana Taylor.
Obvious.
Like,
obvious.
Here's the thing. I like mentioning people that actually the styling is really good.
Yes.
And that's just who I am. I'm never scared to recognize that you have good styling, but I still want to touch you.
Yes.
Because like I'm still saying that as much as your stylist is good, I can be better.
Yes.
You know?
You know what?
Like or I can even if I am not, I would love to challenge myself to see if I can do better than your current stylist.
Which you will.
You
definitely,
understand? Yeah. Chris Brown, I would love to style Chris Brown.
Tabang, do you know?
I don't know that.
They call him Tabang because he's like always like, I'm a piano dancing and whatever. Yes. So comments will be like, Tabang, come back home.
Yeah. Chris Brown, don't kill me. If you ever get a chance to see this episode, which is very unlikely, but you never know since he now loves South Africa.
You know?
But yeah, I feel like Chris Brown they're not doing justice to styling. And he needs to hire me. And since he's doing all of these Amapiano moves, I need to put him in Amapiano clothing.
Yes.
And yeah, if you ever come to South Africa,
people saying let's tagging Chris Brown to this episode.
Yes. If you ever come to South Africa, I am the girl that gets
done
for international stylists. I'm that girl. You know? Yeah, people know who out of there are few stylists who, when international people come into the country and they book them, and I am grateful to say that God has blessed me with that opportunity of like, I am one of those people where I'm on speed dial.
Do you understand?
When international artists come. So Chris Brown, if you don't know about me,
he'll now know.
Yeah.
He'll now know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I don't want to say goodbye because I want to tie you into part 2.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Y'all are my witnesses. Jono and Happy is my witness. You're going to come for part 2 because we need to have a lengthy conversation the way that I wanted.
Okay.
And more questions that I need answered from you.
Okay.
But that's why I get part 2.
Okay, yeah.
Part 2. It's like
it was like a Basadi Awards was a bittersweet award.
Please, next
Saturday. Award
and then more and more are coming.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have this Saturday, they're coming Saturday. So squeeze it in.
Okay.
Squeeze it in one. And then we come in and then we do what we need to do. So this is not a goodbye. This is see you in part 2.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So
and I can't wait.
You can't wait.
I cannot wait.
Plus
I cannot wait.
Spicy nyana tse ke batla go tsenya ke nako di tlo tlhoka re bele nako.
I'll even make sure that my outfit is spicy.
Bona because go tell us spice ko jollof rice what?
Yes.
But anyway, people, this is part 1, so part 2 is coming. We ran out of time. Nako is the pits. But part 2 Odirile is gonna be coming here in a spicy. Well, not spicy today. I can save it. Like,
you know, my mind never gets tired of ideas, so there will be another spicy outfit.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about again on part 2, and then we're gonna like speak more because deep. Like you guys may not know, but deep because I catch Hanzo Buwane.
Yeah.
Ho gona le bo deepinyana bo inside. And ke batla hape us to talk about how to get into fashion styling because I know that a lot of us don't look at it. We didn't think of it as a career.
Yeah.
We thought fashion styling is fashion designing.
Yeah.
And there's fashion styling and actually designing.
Yeah.
And there's fashion styling going to Mr. Price, picking out clothes and actually coming to style someone for a birthday party or whatever, being a personal shopper, etc. So, so lilona, le shape body kana king, ba reng batho ba di YouTube. The what's that bell thing? Yeah, do the bell thing so that you can know and be updated when part 2 is coming. Pela renew into these things. Welcome to my channel. Squeeze in so but Odirile, thank you so much for the time. I know that this morning was hectic for you. I appreciate you. I love you. And kito sebetsa ka thata bathong ke ska questiona Odirile hare 25,000
That's all I ask. Yes, that's all I ask. And what's like home pattern 25,000 it's going to be worth it. And here's my thing. I am a type of person, if I do not even give you the level of service that you want, I will make up for it if you pay my worth. But if you don't pay me my worth and you don't get the level of service that you want, it also puts you in a position where you can't complain.
Do you get what I mean? And I complain savage.
Yeah. If you want to complain and whatever, like this is what I always say is that we live in an industry where we know celebrities are divas.
Yes.
It's something that I know. It's something that I am very comfortable in going into, and I have current clients who are divas.
Yes.
But there are clients who are divas who pay me well.
Yes.
And those clients who are divas that pay me well, I will never complain
because
the money is right.
All is good.
So if you are being a diva when the money is
come
right,
with the check
you
to be a diva with.
Then I will take your divaness. I will take the headache, whatever that it is.
Everything.
But if you're not gonna pay me well and you wanna be a
Then
diva,
there's no
then I
use.
am going to show you the door as well. I'm also
part
gonna
two.
be a diva.
Yes. Ke kopa part 2 re tlo bua ka taba tse hantle because dingata taba tse but
Okay, ka
re tlo kopana ka part 2 akere.
Yes, my love.
Okay, thank you so much for part 1. Part 2 again. Hona jwale we are signing out because nako le yona eng, but we are signing out until part 2. Thank you, ne?
Okay, bye.